Brentford won, Man United won. I'm disgusted with that performance. It was absolutely embarrassing, pathetic performance. And you know what? It would have been daylight robbery, criminal, if we would have got something, if we would have won that game. But getting into that situation where you are minutes away by playing shit the whole game, you've got something to hang on to. You can nick the 3 points and get out the same way how we had to do it against them at Old Trafford. We still couldn't find the minerals to do it. 31 shots. Or was it 32? I lost count. Ivan Toney was prime R9 against us, taking the piss. He should have scored probably a hat-trick today. Brentford should have scored about 5 or 6. It was so poor from minute 1 right to the end. The only moment of quality we produced was the goal. That's it. And the mentality of this team. And the reason why I'm angry, right? This ain't like a Ten Hag's a clueless dad, the F to play. I'm more angry at me. I'm more angry at me because you sort of on this emotional roller coaster with the team and you're like, well, hang on a minute. There's players coming back. You're coming back after a positive result. Other teams have dropped points in the Premier League, round of Premier League games before that. There's something in it. But no, Man United then go and put up the worst performance of the season. Just like that. Just like that. Eric Ten Hag spoke about players being away on international duty, then they need to come back and get into our mode and slide back into what we're doing. But these type of games and these type of performances overall are happening too much. They're happening too much. Facing 30-odd shots against Brentford at home. Or at their home, should I say. Nah, not right. Not right. Eric Ten Hag said that they wanted it more than us throughout the whole game, which is true, by the way. Why? How? Don't we know what's at stake here? Like, where's the consistency? It just hasn't been there all along. And that's why that's the real reason I'm actually angry, if I'm honest. Because when it's like that, you're trying to find a word. You don't want to overreact. And sometimes we do. When we win games, like we did against Liverpool, obviously I was doing what I was doing, and rightly so. I don't take any of that back. But the truth of the matter is that the real anger and real frustration from me is coming from that the team keeps leaving me not knowing how to feel, which means that emptiness starts coming in, or that sort of confusion of like, hang on a minute. I try and get behind it and say, well, yeah, players coming back, little bit of confidence here and there. And then now going into the Chelsea game, I'm like, are we just as shit as them then? Because look how poorly we've played. And now we've left ourselves 8 points behind Spurs. Look, of course these teams are going to lose points here and there. We play midweek, and if you beat Chelsea, it changes and things like that. But I just feel empty from that now in one game. And that's the frustrating thing. Because once I've calmed down, it can still be done. But we're just increasing the mountain to climb. That's what we're doing. Yes, them other teams are going to drop points. But when Man United put in performances like that, in the manner which we did, you just look at it and you go, what on earth are we as a team? How can you go from competing with Liverpool like that, the way that we did, showing heart, fight, passion, desire, intensity, then you just want to rock up to Brentford near the bottom of the league and not show them same minerals? It doesn't make sense. It doesn't. And there's no excuses. I don't give a shit about international break and players coming back because they've been... No, we've gone into that high of praise. High on octane, high on confidence. Do you know what I mean? We've come back in with a thick, strong bench, which actually from the bench, Mason Mount comes on, and he's the only reason we got a point today, when it should have been all three, considering the moment of the game that we scored. But other than that, what did everybody else do? Onana told us before the game, we got something for them. What? I'm still waiting to fucking see it. What did we have for them? And Onana played well, actually, probably stopped it being more. But what? What, he's going on record saying we've got something for them. What? I didn't see shit. We didn't have anything for them. They came and smoked us. And how they haven't won that game, that's just why Brentford are down the bottom of the league, because sometimes they play like that at home and they don't win. They don't win a lot of the time. And that's why they are where they are. Against better teams, we get absolutely destroyed. If Ivan Toney had his shooting boots on today, we would have got absolutely destroyed. And we should have done. Make no mistake. Even the 1 point that we've got today, we shouldn't even have got that. We shouldn't even have got that overall. But my thing is this. If you're fighting for something, Like I said at the end of the match for you, if you're fighting for top 4, if you're fighting relegation, if you're fighting for the league, it doesn't matter what it is. If it's a cup fight, it doesn't matter what it is. If you've played shit for 90 plus minutes and then you find yourself in a position to walk away with all 3 points, you batten down the hatches, you bite down on the gum screws, you say, right, forget the previous 90 minutes. We've scored in the 90 plus 9th minute or wherever it was. Hold on to this and we get out. Hold on to this and we get out. And sometimes it's them results there that actually galvanize you for the next one, for the next one, for the next one. But what do? Crumble. The ball's in the back of our net 1 minute later. And yeah, do you know what? We didn't even get angry here in the studio because we went, do you know what? That's what Brentford deserve. But we shouldn't even be saying that. We should be saying, you know what? We played shit for 99 minutes, but you know what? They showed to me, just get out. Just chalk that off. We don't even need to talk about that again. It was the same with Brentford at home. The same thing. We played shit. And then McTominay had to come on and score 2 within 5 minutes, or wherever it was. And you know what? Massive credit to Brentford, by the way, actually, because not a lot of people are going to talk about that. Yes, they were wasteful, but my God, did they put it on us. The physicality, the game plan, the formation, the tactics, all of it. Thomas Frank absolutely schooled Ten Hag. Schooled him. And this is the thing. When Ten Hag's sort of fighting to keep his job, which, let's be real, he is, game by game, because there's such disparity between the performances, there isn't enough like leeway, there isn't enough evidence to say, well, you know what? We know what it has been this season. That's a one-off. It's not a one-off. Getting undone by all these teams. They haven't had that much joy in terms of shots and touches in opposition box since they've played Burnley. Since they've got promoted, they haven't had that much shots in a game. But Man United rock up, open, easy, expansive. Kobbie Mainoo today didn't have his best game. You know, there wasn't really the protection there. Scott McTominay was invisible. Marcus Rashford, awful. Garnacho couldn't get going. Højlund, awful today. Wan-Bissaka, shocking today. Varane, injured. Lindelof, injured. Martinez, no game time, no rhythm. Got spun. Casemiro, can't keep up with play. Okay, got the assist, fair play. Like, to a man. Apart from Onana, who kept us in the game at times. Everybody was awful. Anthony injected in a little bit of pace, a little bit of fight, but again, wasn't really there. I'm pleased for Mason Mount. Of course, clutch moment, clutch goal, good finish. But it means nothing. It means nothing. And to be honest with you, going into that Chelsea game, they are shit. But I tell you what, who's worse? Who's worse? But I know they're shit. KG said, I know they're shit, but look at us. And I'm not saying we're going to play like that. That's the reason why I'm ranting. That's the reason why I'm pissed off, because this team could probably then go against Chelsea and play all right against a team that's actually going to come at us. But a team in a low block who's organised, who were a regen of prime Stoke under Tony Pulis, Rory Delap settings, that's what they done to us, and we didn't have a clue. Men against boys for most of the game. And that's why I'm pissed off. I'm more pissed off with the emotion, the thinking, actually there's something there, we've got players coming back, confidence, this, that and the other. When really that's the team that we are this season. That what we just saw is what we are. And that's the frustrating thing. Of course there'll be other wins this season. There'll be other moments in the season where we feel good again. And that's part of being a fan. I get it. That's part of being a fan. But this team are pissing me off, because you try to just leave the negativity at the door and say, do you know what? Come on, boys, you can do it. And then they do that. That's why I'm angry. There you go. Shocking. Worst performance of the season. Easily. And we didn't even lose, but we should have done. By more. I'm out of here, guys. Let me know what you think. I don't know. Is it my own fault for being deluded, for being too gassed after Liverpool? Let me know. Let me know. Maybe it is. Because that's how it feels. To be honest, that's the real reason why I'm angry. That's the real reason. Plus, I'm holistically looking at the team and saying they're not good enough on a whole. So where I'm nitpicking, Spurs got this game and this, that and the other. And look, like I've said many times, when you're in the top 4 race, all the teams there are usually inconsistent. Spurs will drop points here or there, so will we. Villa might drop a couple, but it's how you gain, and it just looks like that's not going to happen with how we are. In one game. There you go. I'm out of it. Peace.